What if we told you that high-tech factories bake millions of cakes every single day, ready to make birthdays, weddings, and celebrations unforgettable? From the rich scent of freshly baked sponge cakes to the glossy chocolate ganache and delicate macaroons carefully placed by robotic arms, this is how factories turn simple ingredients into the soft, fluffy, and mouth-watering cakes we all love. It all starts with the ingredients. Sounds simple, right? But in a cake factory, even the basics are handled on a huge scale. Imagine giant silos holding fine, soft flour, carefully sifted to make sure it's smooth and clean. Nearby, barrels of white sugar, creamy butter, and vats of fresh milk are waiting for their turn on the production line. These ingredients aren't just sitting around. Everything is stored in special climate-controlled rooms to keep them fresh. High-tech systems check the temperature and humidity every second. Why? Because if even one ingredient isn't perfect, it could ruin the texture or taste of the cakes. Now, let's talk about the eggs. At home, cracking a few eggs takes time and can get messy, right? But in this factory, robotic arms do the job super fast, cracking and separating hundreds of eggs every minute. The process is fun to watch. Each egg is gently picked up, scanned to make sure it's not broken, and cracked open perfectly. The rich, golden yolks go straight into the batter to give it flavor and moisture. The egg whites are set aside to make light, fluffy frostings or other baked treats. And nothing goes to waste. If an egg isn't good, it's removed instantly. Once the eggs, flour, sugar, butter, and flavorings like vanilla or cocoa powder are ready, it's time for mixing. But this isn't like mixing in your kitchen. Giant mixers, big enough to hold hundreds of liters of batter, do the job here. These mixers spin and swirl the ingredients until they turn into a smooth, creamy batter. Special sensors check the batter's consistency the whole time. If it's too thick, the machine adds more liquid. If it's too runny, it adds more dry ingredients. The goal is to get the batter just right, so the cakes will be soft and fluffy when baked. For cakes that require particularly sticky or dense dough, some factories use an oil spraying system. These machines lightly coat the inside of the baking trays with oil, preventing the batter from sticking and making it easier to release the cakes after baking. Other factories rely on non-stick baking paper for the same purpose. With the batter ready, it's time for the next phase, pouring. Automated dispensers, mounted along conveyor belts, carefully measure and pour the batter into molds or trays. Each dispenser is programmed to release a precise amount of batter to ensure uniformity. In just seconds, hundreds of molds are filled, and the conveyor belt moves them smoothly down the line toward the ovens. This step is critical because consistency in size and shape ensures that all the cakes will be baked evenly. Next is the baking process. This is when all the mixing and preparation finally comes to life. Massive industrial ovens bake thousands of cakes at the same time, all with incredible accuracy. These aren't regular kitchen ovens. They're huge, programmable machines that can change temperature, moisture, and baking time based on the type of cake. For light and airy spongy cakes, the ovens use gentle heat to keep the texture soft. For rich, dense cakes like chocolate or fruit cakes, the ovens slow things down, baking them longer to lock in moisture and flavor. One special trick these ovens use is steam injection. The steam helps keep the batter moist while baking, preventing dryness and keeping the cake soft and fluffy. Sensors inside the ovens keep track of the temperature at all times. If things get too hot, the ovens automatically adjust to avoid cracks or dryness. Too cool, and the cakes won't rise properly. The system makes sure everything bakes just right. And let's talk about the smell. As the cakes bake, the air is filled with the warm, sweet scent of melting butter, caramelized sugar, and vanilla. It's like walking into a giant bakery. Once the cakes are baked to a golden, fluffy perfection, conveyor belts carry them straight to the cooling stage. Cooling might seem simple, but it's a critical part of the process. The freshly baked cakes travel on conveyor belts through large cooling tunnels. These tunnels are designed to cool the cake slowly and evenly. If they cool too quickly, they could shrink or crack, but with gradual cooling, the cakes stay stable and maintain their fluffy structure. Inside the tunnels, air flows steadily around the cakes, making sure they cool without any condensation forming on the surface. This helps the cakes keep their soft texture without drying out. By the time they exit the cooling tunnels, they're perfectly moist, tender, and ready for the next step, decorating. After cooling, the cakes head to the slicing station, where precision is key. Instead of regular knives, factories use ultrasonic cutters or laser-guided slicers to make clean, smooth cuts. Ultrasonic cutters vibrate at super high speeds, slicing through even the softest cakes without crumbling. This ensures every layer is perfectly even, which is super important for multi-layered cakes. If the layers aren't cut just right, the cake could lean or fall apart. But slicing is just the beginning. Each layer gets a light spray of sweet syrup before stacking. The syrup keeps the layers moist and adds a boost of flavor. Factories can switch up the syrup with vanilla, citrus, or even rum, depending on the cake. Can you imagine biting into a soft, moist cake with a hint of sweet syrup? What flavor would you choose to make it even better? Once the syrup is applied, robotic arms carefully lift and stack each layer. There's no slipping or uneven placement. Now, it's time for the frosting, the part we've all been waiting for. Massive industrial mixers whip up huge batches of frosting, whether it's smooth buttercream, rich chocolate ganache, or creamy cream cheese frosting. The texture is just right. Fluffy, light, and easy to spread. Robotic arms take over, spreading the frosting with speed and precision. Using rotating cake tables, the machines coat the cake in a smooth base layer of frosting in just seconds. It's like watching an artist at work. Advanced sensors ensure the frosting is spread evenly, and if any spot needs fixing, the machines correct it right away. The result? A perfectly frosted cake that's ready for its final touch. Decorations! Once the smooth layer of frosting is done, the cakes move to the decorating station, where the real magic happens. Automated decorating machines create beautiful swirls, neat borders, and even fancy floral designs with incredible accuracy. These machines are so fast and precise, they can decorate cakes in minutes, much quicker than a human could. For special orders, human decorators step in to add the final touches. Macaroons, fresh fruit slices, or edible flowers are carefully placed on top by skilled hands or robotic arms, making sure everything looks just right. For extra rich cakes, warm chocolate ganache is poured over the top, slowly dripping down the sides to create that mouth-watering finish we all crave. Next, cakes that are sold by the slice go through precision slicing machines. Ultrasonic slicers gently cut the soft cakes into even pieces without crumbling. These perfectly sliced pieces are carefully arranged on trays and sent to the packaging area. Here, automated machines wrap each cake slice in airtight packaging to keep them moist and fresh. But it's not just about wrapping them up quickly. These machines are programmed to protect the delicate decorations while sealing the cakes securely. Some cakes are packed in decorative boxes, while others are vacuum sealed for longer freshness. Whether it's for a birthday, wedding, or casual treat, each cake is wrapped perfectly to be enjoyed anytime. Once packed, the cakes are loaded onto special climate-controlled trucks. These trucks maintain the perfect temperature so that the cakes don't dry out or melt during the journey. GPS systems track the trucks to make sure that the cakes arrive on time and in perfect condition. So the next time you enjoy a slice of your favorite cake, think about the journey it took to reach you, from mixing the batter to that final bite. And that's how millions of cakes are made in factories every day, using a mix of technology, precision, and creativity. The next time you enjoy a slice, think about the amazing journey it took to get to your plate. What's your favorite cake flavor or design? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more behind the scenes looks at how your favorite treats are made.